Hey family, this is God's Gifts. I have a very important message here that my brother Rod Sooner sent to me this morning, but I didn't see it till now. It is 4:40 right now in the afternoon. He sent it this morning, and I just received it. And I want to read this to you and let your eyes be open. This is from NowTheEndBegins.com. False prophet Pope Francis gives Emmanuel Macron his blessings to anoint him to take the global stage as leader of the new world. We have the false prophet Pope Francis operating under the name stolen from God, given his Sapphiric blessing to the Antichrist wannabe Emmanuel Macron, whose name literally means God with us. Macron wants to seize power of the New World Order, and both the UN Security Council and the Pontifex Maximus of Rome have signed off on it. Every one of these end times villains are looking for all the world like they're in training for Revelation 13 Olympics. 18 months, people. 18 months. This was put up April 21st. I did not see this. I didn't know about it. It says, now the end begins. Emmanuel Macron, preparing to assume power as the global leader in the international COVID-19 pandemic, received the fervent support of Pope Francis during a telephone exchange today in Paris. Just yesterday, which would have been the 20th of April, we brought you a story of how French President Emmanuel Macron had shored up the alliance with the UN Security Council to take the reins of power in burgeoning the New World Order. No small feat. That was the first shoe. Today, the second shoe drops as it's revealed that Emmanuel Macron had a phone meeting with Francis where he received his blessings and full support to reset the global economy. Sisters and brothers, are we seeing a revealing? I did not know about this. Maybe, I've been studying, so I guess I might have missed this, but for those who haven't heard about this, he brings up Matthew chapter 1, verse 23. Behold, a virgin shall be with child, and shall bring forth a son, and they shall call his name Emmanuel, which being interpreted is God with us. So are we seeing the stage with the players on stage right now? It says, we told you about the curious nature of that devil Judas Iscariot, the son of perdition, and the man who will yet take the stage as the Antichrist. In recent Bible study, we showed you how Satan wants what God has, which is why we see in Luke the Antichrist coming against Jerusalem, the city of God. We also showed you how Judas hung himself, not in despair, but in sheer mockery and contempt of what Jesus would do on the cross 12 hours later. Knowing that, wouldn't it be just like Satan to have his Antichrist named Emmanuel, meaning God with, and then they ended it, as yet another shot, the Almighty he so passionately hates. What does Pope Francis call himself? He calls himself Holy Father, and a title stolen from God in John 17. So let's put all the cards on the table now, shall we? And now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world, and I come to thee. Holy Father, keep through thine own name those whom you have given me, that they may be one as we are. John 17:11. We have the false prophet Pope Francis operating under the name stolen from God, given his scepter blessing to the Antichrist wannabe Emmanuel Macron, whose name literally means God with us. Macron wants to seize power of the New World Order, and both the UN Security Council and Pontifex Maximus of Rome have signed off on it. Every one of these end times villains are looking for all the world like they are in training for Revelation 13 Olympics. So I'll leave the link to this. I feel like, I don't know how I did not see this. Sisters and brothers, we are seeing end times. I was just talking to a brother today how the Antichrist is ready to come on the stage, and the Lord showed me it was Obama, and I told him, I said, I'm not sure if he is the Antichrist or one of the Antichrists that were rising up. The Lord showed me when He brought him into the United States. It seemed like Bush, the father, was very stern, very cold, very bold-faced about the New World Order. And then we had Clinton come in, who was like a harlot, just making a mockery of the United States. And then we had Bush Senior, Jr. come in. He was more like the class clown. The Lord was showing me the downfall of America, how it started off strong and just continually went downhill. And He said when He brought Obama on the scene, He was showing the blackness in Americans' hearts. And so, sisters and brothers, we're very, very near. May God be with you. May He bless you. I will leave a link. I love you all. God bless.